Hello everyone, welcome to this LaTeX and Overleaf series. And this will be an 8-part series. And if you are following the whole 8 parts, if you look at all the videos in this series, hopefully there is nothing that you will not be able to do using LaTeX and Overleaf. And you should be able to pretty much take care of everything. Like whatever your daily needs is with Overleaf and LaTeX, you should be able to take care of that. So this series is mainly for students, researchers, and professionals who are used to writing reports or preparing articles, papers, publications, etc. So I hope that everyone will be benefited from this one. And next question is, why do we use LaTeX to actually make our reports and articles? So first of all, if you want to publish your article in some venue, in some journals or conferences, or if you want to adapt your article for some specific publication area or formatting, then LaTeX is actually a very good idea to use because you will not require any extra effort with LaTeX. LaTeX will actually format things for you. Let me give you an example. So for example, you can see that I prepared this entire document using LaTeX, and all this formatting that you are seeing here, all these things, it was already actually done for me. So there is a LaTeX template for this journal, and so I just have to write. I could just focus on writing my document, and I didn't have to do anything else. Then let me give you another example. Suppose, let's say this one. So here you can see that the citation style and other things are quite different from the other journal, but also since I'm using the LaTeX template that these journal is providing me, it has been very easy for me to do this as well. So next is like your document will really look professional if you are doing this using LaTeX. So for report and articles and also books, I think LaTeX should be the first choice. So I will make a comparison here. So this is a paper I did with a Word file with Word, Microsoft Office Word. So I have nothing against Microsoft Office Word, by the way. I mean, it's a pretty cool software, but you can see that, I mean, it's it's okay. I mean, it doesn't look that professional. But on the other hand, if you look at this document right here, it looks much more like formatted and furnished in every sense. And I also want to mention is that, I mean, when I prepared this one, I had to do a lot of formatting. So formatting was a very big deal for me. But for these documents, I didn't have to do almost any formatting at all. So this is one of the props of using LaTeX. Then another thing is citation management. So what is citation management? So you can see that in these papers, I'm citing different other works. For example, this is one of the works I'm citing, this work. And I've cited like many different works, right? I've cited 103 papers, 103 other works. For example, this is also another example of this, right? So managing these things are actually extremely easy for LaTeX. But if you are doing this using Word, you have to use external software such as Zotero or like Mendeley or some other things, and it's not really super easy to do these things. And if you are actually trying to insert new citations, then you will need to do some customization. But in LaTeX, it's just child's play to make citations. Next thing is figure table and section referencing. So when you are actually like writing a big report or compiling a big paper, you will see many figures and many other tables and other things. So for example, you can see that you have figure 3 right here, right? So obviously you have referenced figure 3 in different places. You have talked about figure 3 in different places. You have reference to figure 3. But now what if you want to insert a new figure in this document? So figure 3 is not figure 3 anymore. Suppose figure 3 is now figure 4. So what are you going to do? Are you change the whole document? I mean, suppose you have 10 places in the document where you have actually referenced figure 3. So are you going to change all those 10 places to figure 4? Yes, that's what you have to do if you are actually not using LaTeX. But if you are using LaTeX, LaTeX will take care of this automatically. So LaTeX will know that this is not figure 3 anymore, this is figure 4, and it will automatically change all the references to figure 4. Same goes for tables, same goes for section numbers, etc. You can do reference management extremely easily with LaTeX. Next is easy figure management. So anyone who has actually worked with Word files actually knows that putting figures in the appropriate places is not child's play, because often there will be large gaps and other things between figures in Word or in other software. but not in LaTeX. If you're using LaTeX, you don't really have to worry about placing your figure properly. LaTeX will do it for you. It will try to find open spaces in your document and it will put the figures accordingly. I will talk in detail about these things in my later videos. This is only part one, so I will talk about this in the later parts of the tutorial. So normally when you put figures, you want to do those in high resolution. So what are high resolution figures? High resolution figures are those which don't really like become blurry. It will zoom in a lot, right? And those are like PDF version or EPS version of figure. So PDF or EPS version of figures are really high quality and they are like vectorized version, so they don't really break. So LaTeX actually allows you to directly insert PDF or EPS images inside your document. So it's extremely easy. So you can just like insert a PDF image using LaTeX, and LaTeX will handle it for you. And often, if you are writing some complicated stuff, you want to write math equations, and it's very easy to write math equations in LaTeX. So now, if you want to write LaTeX, which software? I mean, LaTeX is a language. It's a kind of, what should I say? It's a software, but now how do you write LaTeX? Like you have to write LaTeX somewhere, right? You cannot just like take this Visual Studio and just start writing LaTeX right away, right? You have to install something. So there are different requirements for Windows and Linux and Mac, but what I would recommend you to use is to use Overleaf. So what is Overleaf? So Overleaf is nothing but a web software, a web application. So if you search by Overleaf, you can see right here, there is this Overleaf link. You can go here and you can just start working right away using Overleaf. Now, this is extremely convenient for someone who wants to work with LaTeX because in Overleaf, let me open a document. Let me open this document. So you can see that like I have written many things here. I have imported like many different packages and other things, but I didn't have to install anything here. So it's extremely comfortable to use and you can use it from anywhere because it's web based. So you can be on any computer and you can just open up your Overleaf account and you can work on that. And also you can manage your projects very easily. You can see this bar right here. So these are all my projects. You can manage them very easily. And you have a very nice and intuitive UI like you're seeing here. You can manage everything pretty easily, raise menu and other things. You can see what's happening to your compiled PDF and other things. It's very easy to collaborate with others using Overleaf because you can share this with others and they can collaborate with you, which you cannot do locally. And finally, there is a free and premium version for Overleaf. Actually, free version is pretty okay to use, but it gives you very limited ability to collaborate because you cannot really collaborate that easily. I think they allow only one collaborator, if I remember correctly. But like in the premium version, you can actually invite many people to collaborate with you. And also, if you want to get back the previous version of your document, suppose you have compiled your document and you have written many things in your document in different times of the year. Now you want to get back to maybe the version that is like what should I say that was there, I don't know, maybe 1 year ago. You want to get back the version that you did 1 year ago. So you cannot do it using the free version. But for paid version, you can go to history and you can get back that version of your document. So actually, you can very easily get the premium version as well because in the premium version, if you are a student or if you are a faculty member of an institution, then likely your institution has premium access already to the LaTeX, to the Overleaf. Okay, so you don't have to pay. You just have to first contact your organization and see if they have Overleaf premium account. So you can get access from them. So they will tell you that yeah, they have Overleaf premium account and you have to get the credentials from them. This is what I actually did. So I have the Overleaf premium account, but it is from my institution. So you can do that. So finally, I have talked about like report, books and articles and publications so far, but can you use it for presentation? Actually, you can using Beamer, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. I have used LaTeX presentation and I have done PowerPoint, Microsoft Office PowerPoint. PowerPoint is far better than LaTeX. So I think you should stick with that. And also you can actually draw high resolution figures using LaTeX, but I will not recommend it. There are other free software that are much easy to use, that are much more elegant. You should use those. I will talk about those as we go on to the next tutorials. So okay, this was part one. So in part two, we will actually make our first project and see how it works. So thanks everyone for watching.